Peace. Top of it. Tuesday, September the 10th. Almost the anniversary of 9/11, huh? And I guess they're doing this political debate tonight between Donald Trump and Vice President Harris. So that's some stuff I will not be touching on. But today on the campaign trail, really this week, I'm trying to just do all live reactions. So I know that, y'all might be tied up with work and school and other stuff, but I'm still going to do them and just post them up. They ain't going to be long. But today, my young bro Tyrese going through it. We saw yesterday, for those that checked it out, that he was being locked up or jailed for past due child support. And I got his Instagram live and kind of chopped it up a little bit, pulled it down, and I want to just give my reaction to it, and y'all react to it also live with me, and see what y'all think. Because the question, if you see the question, did Tyrese drink the Hollywood fairy tale love story Kool-Aid? As a black man, a rich and famous black man in America, did Tyrese and others, but this is just about my young bro Tyrese, did he drink the Hollywood fairy tale love story Kool-Aid? Did he drink the Kool-Aid? Did he fall for the Wizard of Oz, Yellow Brick Road story? So let's check it out real quick.
Just walking into the courtroom as a man, especially a black successful man in Atlanta in front of these. I ain't never been arrested. Never went to jail in my life.
Never been arrested. Never went to jail in my life. We from the same section, Watts, Willowbrook. So that's saying a whole lot. And he needs to be 100% commended and saluted and supported for being able to escape that and not be rainbowed out the game. So salute for that.
Never. Why? Because I don't do anything illegal. I want to send this message out to all of the fathers. This is not man versus woman. Make sure I say that. Take all that shit off the table. All of the women who are probably always going to see things through the lens of a woman. Feminist, women's group. It's like, I don't care if the woman is wrong. I don't care what she doing, what she asking for, what she trying to get in alimony, trying to crack the prenup, trying to get this for child support. I don't give a fuck how wrong she is. Most women are always going to see things through the lens of women.
Y'all hear that? Would y'all agree? Most women, especially our women, talking about melanated descendants of slave women, are most of us gonna see things through the lens and in the favoring the eyes of another black woman? I think that's correct. I think that's accurate. Let's go on.
So I feel like we're in a real place right now where I could not be more proud of the women that have been vocal and outspoken about all of this goofy shit that my ex is doing and still doing.
All of this goofy-ish that his ex is doing and still doing. He's giving a shout out to the women, and I'm guessing in particular the black women that actually see it and is calling it out and not just taking sides with his ex because she's a woman. Let's continue.
As a matter of fact, both of my ex.
Oh, damn.
I know y'all are quick to say playing victim, gaslighting, manipulation, narcissist. They gonna put all kind of shit on you to make sure that whatever they decide to believe about you is what they want to believe, because what? I was born a man. I got it.
I got a question too. I don't got a dog in a fight, but I still have never heard his ex-wife the most recent ex-wife. I think her name is Samantha. I haven't heard her reason. I haven't heard her reason for divorcing Tyrese. Have y'all heard it? Because I haven't heard it. So to me, already that's super suspicious. If it's supposed to be irreconcilable differences, like did he put his hands on her? Did he violate her? Did you know what I'm saying? Did he cheat? Did he bring something home? Do we got an outside baby? Like what was her reason for dissolving the marriage? Do y'all know? Can y'all let me know that in the comments?
No one's after me. There's no Crips and Bloods after me. There's nobody in corporate America after me. There's nobody at none of these movie studios after me. There's none of these record labels after me. I got baby mama drama. You get in a relationship with an entertainer who happens to be a public figure, or somebody who's a real estate tycoon, or somebody in the tech space, or somebody who has an actual profitable business. Now, this is what's crazy. Since I've been so public about all the shit that I've been dealing with, you would not, I have lost count of how many women who have walked up to me who are the high net worth individuals, the ones with all the money and the success, talking about how their ex-husband is getting alimony and how the husband is getting child support payments and the husband is getting all that he's doing freeloading.
He kind of lost me. I don't understand the connection to that one. Maybe he's just saying that boss chicks, high earning boss chicks can relate. Is that what he's saying? I don't kind of understand that one.
The husband got the house. Doesn't really happen that often, but when you were born a man, you go into a courtroom and you understand clearly that there is a preset menu that says you were born a man, fuck you.
Well, you need to put the word black. You need to put that adjective black in front of the word man, because this is a Euro man's world. So you need to be more accurate with that little description right there, young brother.
That says you were born a man, fuck you. That's what the
back that up.
Man, you go into a courtroom and you understand clearly that there is a.
You go into a courtroom that was constructed by who? Who are the powers of the courtroom who set it up? It wasn't the founding mothers. America wasn't established by the founding mothers. So you got to get that right. That's incorrect, young bro.
Preset menu that says you were born a man, fuck you. No, that's what the preset menu says. No, now, y'all, I've been laughing, smiling, having fun, doing my interviews. My vibrations and my energy has been up. And I've been over here silently and quietly in a certain capacity fighting these attacks. Why does Samantha's lawyers just request all of my bank statements? Why are they sending screenshots of my IMDb page, which stands for Internet Movie Database? They're looking up all the movies that I just did and asking for money and what's in this account and how much money did you make for Voltron Travel and how many albums have you sold and this and that. Like, leave me the fuck alone, man.
Nope, that ain't gonna happen. We know better than that. Come on, man. We know the history. Like you just said, if you're a black man that got any kind of wealth or status or power or influence and you're not in their ass pocket, their whole mission is to break you down. So I want to know, do y'all know the answer to his question? Do y'all know why they won't leave him alone? Before I push play, let me see a couple of comments. If y'all know why they won't leave him alone, who they is, meaning the lawyers, the American lawyers, and what their whole goal is, what the aim, purpose, function of Lawyers of America is. Have y'all ever seen the movie with Al Pacino? What's that movie where Keanu Reeves is in it and Al Pacino is the devil? uh what's the name of that movie? Is it The Devil's Advocate? No, it's The Devil's Advocate. When they lawyers, and he's like, Al Pacino was actually the devil and he didn't know it, but they disguise, they number one career of devils are lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Because they act like they can jump on the side of a person, like they're helping the person out, but they both they trapping both parties. So let's continue. I think it's The Devil's Advocate.
I did a prenuptial agreement for a reason. The prenuptial agreement spells out everything that she get and was supposed to get. Why are we now 4 years and 3 law firms into this woman still coming after me?
Because you believed in the system. You believed in the lawyers. Ain't that the same thing that Michael Jackson went through, and Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and Diddy? And don't you know the lawyers are the Satans? The lawyers are the ones that get you caught up. You think they on your side, you paying them millions and millions of dollars, and it's their agenda. They in cahoots with the judges. They in cahoots with each other. That's why they had to get rid of Johnny Cochran, because Johnny Cochran wasn't a part of their club. That's why they had to get rid of Johnny Cochran.
Why have they, the lawyers representing her, knowing that she's with a celebrity, a public figure, a high net worth individual, why have they confirmed on record that they've only got $5,000 from her and they've been representing her for 4 years?
Why do y'all know the answer to that? Why are they confirming it's on record that after 4 years of representing her against him, she's only paid them $5,000? Do y'all know the reason? So, they make it seem like it's her, like she's on him so hard, but no, it's these lawyers, these high-powered lawyers that took the case pro bono. They'll step to your baby mama. They'll step to your ex-wife and say, we can get this out of them. Don't worry about it. You don't even got to pay us. You know what I'm saying? If we don't win the case, then you don't have to pay us. So she's not going to turn that down. She's going to like, okay, go ahead, go for it. I don't got to pay for it. So now they 4 years in, to their work, they want to get paid back. So whatever they get, if he got to pay $70,000 or whatever for jail, that's not going to her. That's going to the lawyers. Now they in it. They got their claws in it. So she can't back out if she want to, because they want to get paid. So that's how they trick both parties up into becoming enemies and destroy the children and all that. It's the lawyers. It's the attorneys.
Why is this so? I'll tell you why. Because lawyers, not all, but certain lawyers out here will look at a celebrity and a high net worth individual as a pot of gold. And they will milk the shit out of you. And she's sitting over there letting them do it.
Well, she don't got a choice. Because once you make that deal with the devil, you can't back out, because they all in. They didn't got her own paperwork basically probably saying that she can't back out. I'm telling you, it's these lawyers that's the Satans. That's all judges are. You know what I'm saying? That's all lawmakers are. They all start out as lawyers, and then they work their way up to judges and work their way up to politicians and all of that. It's the lawyers. That's why this whole legal language is a scam. They're not going to tell you just in everyday language what it is. They have to put it in a language that they know the average person ain't going to understand. They have to create some elite, different kind of language, higher level language that the average person can't understand. So you have to go spend money, or you either going to go to jail or whatever if you don't know this language, or you don't have somebody that can speak this language on your behalf. Lawyers, all of this, why we can't get reparations and why you can't vote and blah blah. Lawyers, People that create lawyers.
Do you know how many people have went through a divorce and never went to court? You know how many people got issues with their baby mama, baby daddy, and never went to court? And they're just being amicable and respectful. You cheated, you lied, you hurt me, you this, you that, you moved on, you got remarried again, you this, you that. But I'm not about to take you to court. I'm not doing that to the father of my child. I'm not this and I'm not that. But the moment that you put a little celebrity sizzle on that thing, the moment that net worth is a little different, all kind of intentions come out.
So, like he said, I'm not taking you to court. So it's the serpent that comes to Eve. Eve don't go to the serpent. Eve is just open to the serpent. Eve wasn't the one guilty of running to the serpent. The serpent saw that she was open to his suggestion, and the serpent gonna come to Eve. That is the problem. That is how our women get turned against us and turn into our enemies, or turned into our curses, turn into our hells, because they choose to open their ears and open their minds to snakes and serpents and devils and Satans. Because it's pride, it's something in it for me, like Fredo on The Godfather. There's something in it for me on my own. Because they want to share equal with the man. Not knowing that you're already equal with the man, just in your unique gender role. You're invaluable. You're equally valuable with the man, just not in man things. You can't do man things and be equal with a man. A man can't do women things and be equal with a woman. But here comes the snake. The snake is going to drop a false, evil suggestion and incite, vain desires in you. And next thing you know, you in bed with the devil against your man, against Adam and God. You going against Adam and God.
I've never not taken care of my kids. As a matter of fact, as much as I travel, as much as I got going on, as much as I'm moving, I'm going to tell y'all the biggest blessing ever. Thank you, Jesus. My 17-year-old Shayla has never called me Tyrese. My 5-year-old has never called me Tyrese. You know who I am in this house? Dad. I am Dad.
Bars. You know what I'm saying? I got to give it to him. That's bars.
And you know why I'm Dad? Not because of what I bought them, not because of the clothes, not because of the square footage of the house, not because of the cars in the driveway, and definitely not because of this fake jewelry I wear. I'm a father. Because that exchange between your son or your daughter is nothing that can be purchased.
Just think, he's saying all of that, and I believe him. I know him. I know that to be true, but he's going to jail. He had to go to jail like a criminal. You had to go to jail because of child support, or is it baby mama support? You had to go to jail according to this legal family court system, this American court system. Jail for $73,000. Jail.
It's something that they feel about you as a father because you have a presence in their life.
Bars.
All this shit about money, arguing back and forth, that's for me and my ex to deal with.
But it's not your ex. Your ex is locked in a deal with the devil, a deal with the snakes. She already opened her mind, opened her ears to the snake, and did a deal on paper to come after you. And now she can't back out because the snake want their money. And they know she don't got it. So they got to get it from you. They can't back up. Once the leech attaches to you, they let go of who they just formerly was attached to. So they got to hang on to you for dear life. You are their survival. So they're not letting you go, bro.
But when it comes to my kids, my babies, they've never wanted for anything. But I can't stop their mothers from coming after me for more. If he's going to arrest me, I'm just going to say, fuck it, man, get it over with. But the details of
they're gonna arrest me, I'm just gonna say F it, get it over with. And that was day before yesterday, I think, because I think they did arrest him and he had to come up with the 73 or some percentage of it. But so that happened.
Very simple. I had one of the most detailed and specific prenuptial agreements in place. And I can talk about this publicly because it's already been addressed publicly. Literally one of the first paragraphs in my prenup. And these are some legal words. It's called contested versus non-contested. And let me break this down for the folks that don't know. When you have a non-contested argument, that means everything about these documents, it's non-contested. We're not arguing about anything. There's nothing to discuss. There's nothing to go back and forth about. There's nothing to unpack. Everything that's been mapped out in this prenuptial agreement has been spelled out and laid out. She had an attorney to represent her for the prenup, and I had one as well.
Okay. The same thing happened with Michael Jackson when he allegedly was doing something with the children. You know, he had super powerful lawyers that was just going to make it go away. You know what I'm saying? Just make it go away. And it's going to be sealed. The files is going to be sealed forever. Same thing with Bill Cosby. Yeah, just make it go away. I didn't really do that. The file's going to be sealed forever. All lies. These is all high-powered attorneys, probably of the Ashkenazi type, most likely of the Ashkenazi Khazar type. That's going to promise you, that's going to make you promises that we're going to make this go away. Just pay us this much. We're going to make it go away. We're high-powered lawyers. We got relationships with the judges, with the state, with the politicians. It's over with. It can't be unsealed. Psych. Let a few decades go by. Whoever's in office now, you know what I'm saying, or whatever they get together, that's all a savings and loan. That's all a savings account for these lawyer Satans. They can always crack it open. I don't care what your prenup said. I don't care what your disclosed, you know, can't be sealed files or whatever that you agreed to, that you settled out of court with this woman that said you did this to her, or this child said you did this to her. All of that's fair game. They just telling you that as the black rich non-lawyer trustee of these satanic people, and they're gonna bite you every time.
That's a non-contested prenuptial agreement. They have contested. They have said that there are certain things in the prenup that they don't feel the same way about, and they want to change it. But and so now they're saying it's a non-contested prenup, and yet there's at least 15 different examples of them contesting the validity of the prenup. And
15 different instances of contesting a non-contestable prenup. So you're a black man and you paid however many millions for the prenup or what for the lawyers, and you still ain't protected. You still ain't protected. So why do it? What Kool-Aid, what American dream, land of the free, America is the greatest pre-post racial society ever. Why would we believe in that? What Kool-Aid did we drink that even had us to sign up for that and think a prenup was going to work, think a marriage license was going to work, think anything was going to work in your black male hetero favor?
one of the first terms of the prenup says that if you want to argue about anything that has to do with the four corners of these documents that she signed and I signed, you're 100% responsible for your own legal fees. That's what the prenup says. You know, they try.
That's what the prenup says. They're supposed to honor their word. They're supposed to honor their paperwork. This is for all my, no disrespect, but all my Moorish science brothers and sisters that think that they're going to honor your nationality papers and your sovereignty papers and reciting this black law diction. No, you're dealing with Satans. They wouldn't have brought you over here, as they wouldn't have human trafficked us if they cared about sovereignty or paperwork. They wouldn't cut us down in the street like dogs every day if they cared about some paperwork. If that was the magic solution. Paperwork ain't it. It's nature work. It's nature work and unity work. And unfortunately, it's plasma shed work.
That's what the prenup says. You know, they trying to get me for over $1 million right now for legal fees.
Over $1 million in just legal fees alone. After a prenup, after paying, making somebody rich and making sure the children was living in luxury.
You know, she's hired 3 law firms.
Well, I ain't gonna say that. Like I said, I wouldn't jump out there and say that. I would say 3 law firms came, like the 3 snakes, the 3 little pigs came to her and probably made her an offer that she can't refuse, because she got to pay that back. She got to pay them. So now she's stuck. You know what I'm saying? So she got to pay that. So I would be careful about just saying she hired them. No, they hired her.
If you want to argue about the prenup, pay for your own lawyers. And when you lose, you got to pay for all my lawyers. I got one lawyer that's been representing me from the whole time. If you want to argue about the prenup, that's fine. You're legally able to do so. But when you do so, that paragraph right there says you are responsible for 100% of your own legal fees, which means she's now got 3 law firms, but she's really got 4. Because all of the legal fees that I've been paying Tanya Mitchell Graham for the last 4 years is all going to Samantha.
Hey, that's the game. You was the last to know. You got stuck with the bill. Was enjoying a big restaurant. You didn't realize you was going to pay for it all. It don't matter what the paperwork said. Paperwork was crafted by people. You know what I'm saying? This is all controlled by people that don't look like us. When it come down to it, it looked like the people on the money. That picture of that people on the money, that's who runs the papers and the paperwork.
That's the prenup that we both signed. And I just keep getting bombarded by these legals, man. Just last week in LA, some random white lady jumped out the bushes on me and tried to serve me. And I fucking backed up. And then she threw the papers at me and it landed in the street. And I said, ma'am, you never served me. She said, you have been served. She's filming me. And I pull out my camera and I'm filming her. And I said, ma'am, the paperwork is not in my hand. As a matter of fact, you put it all in the street. You're loitering. This is a really nice neighborhood right here. And you got trash all over the street. Can I get back to my joy, my happiness?
Man, they hopping out like the little Japanese dude on Get Smart. Be hopping out the closet, out the clothes hamper, out the pantry, just hop out anywhere, anytime, trying to serve you.
Happiness and my magic. Can these baby mamas leave me the fuck alone, man?
No, they can't, because the serpent came and approached them. You know, who approached you? Was it Barzini or Tatalia? They approached your baby mamas, bro. They already in bed with with them people, man. So they can back out if they want to. It'll take a whole lot of righteous character for them to war with the beast to back out the deal that they made with them to come against you. I wouldn't hold my breath, my brother.
Can they just stop hiring lawyers that's willing to work for them for pro bono because they got a pot of gold waiting on them at the end of the fucking rainbow?
Hey, come on now. We got to take some accountability, young Ty, Black Ty. We knew what we was up to when we chose them. We knew what they chose, what they agreed to be chose for. We knew. Come on now. Don't act like you don't know. Well, they would have never chose up on you if you didn't have what you have and you wasn't who you was. So we got to take that accountability for being the ones that chose them. We didn't understand. We drunk the Kool-Aid. We drunk the fairy tale Mother Goose love story Kool-Aid, American Dream Kool-Aid. Can't put it on them, because you drunk. They drank it too. They drank it, So we didn't want to acknowledge that we was the real villains in this story. We're the America's most HATED, the hetero black male descendant of slaves. We should have known. It's in the Bible. I don't know. We can't put it on somebody else.
Can y'all just move on? Go date somebody, go engage, go start a new family. Go just leave me the fuck alone, man.
It's not them. It's the snakes. It's the serpents. It's the lawyers. It's the people that brought us over here from Africa 470 years ago. It's just they have recruited our women. You know what I'm saying? So they could stay locked in on us. They can hit a vein. They could be one of them leeches or them tapeworms that hit a artery. They something that's attached to your heart, your children's mother.
Wow. I mean, fucking thirst buckets, man.
That's just the nature of a parasite, brother. That's the nature of a parasite. That's the nature of a leech, a vampire. That's just the nature of it. God made leeches. God made parasites. Hey, you gotta learn which one is which, and gotta vet them, gotta put fire on them before you marry them, and make sure they're not a leech. Gotta make sure they bring more to the table, you know what I'm saying, than they gonna be able to take away. So that brings me also, we're gonna holler after this and recap briefly about what kind of sense does it make for any Black man that already has success, financial success or status or political power, to ever put his name on an American marriage certificate and get married to a woman America's way. Oh Lord, the most foolish mistake any successful Black man of America could ever make. But we'll talk about what the alternative is.
And I know these are the mother of my children, but this is true. This is too much. It's been 17 years of this shit, man. I'm about $15 million at this point into having a relationship with my daughters. And I'm not going to cry.
He said, I'm not going to cry. So that's it, man. I guess we can chop it up real quick in the comments. If you are, this is what I tell my sons, right? My sons, my nephews, any males that I have influence on, that I believe or know that's going to be successful, financially successful or influential. The reason why we give up our slave names, my former slave name, last name used to be Miller. We give that up because, that don't belong to us. You don't tell me what my name is. You didn't ask me. Can I name you Miller? No. And I don't have to ask you to get rid of the name. And it's the same with any other laws that deal with my personal human rights as a husband, as a father, as a nation, as a brother, God, as a servant of God. I don't got to check with no former slave people, no American law, legal, whatever. That don't define me. You don't define me. So if I say that you my wife, yeah, it's gonna be like we had to do for 400 years in the cotton fields. Just jump over a broom and my word is bond. I declare it. I ain't got no paperwork. I don't need no paperwork. Paperwork? No, I got man work. I got duty and protection and provision work. So if my word ain't enough, then we don't got nothing. If you can't just take my word and you see I'm the provider and my character is up to par, then we ain't gonna be nothing. All that old spell and contracts with the devil and all that on the devil's paperwork is over with. Any man, any male, especially if you're a Black male, I would never advise you to do that. Only time I would ever advise you to get married on paper like that is if your wife is a virgin. It's two things. If your wife is a virgin, or if she's with you when y'all broke together and she helps you build whatever fortune or whatever status or power or influence that you wind up having. then she's due that. You don't have to worry about her taking half because she earned half. Anything else, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why? Just let she just be your baby mama according to American law. Don't sign no paperwork with no Satan, no American paperwork that's supposed to declare that you're really her husband. Right. Because as soon as you get in that family court, whatever, they're gonna show you don't got no natural authority. Why would I sign up with my enemy to prove my authority or to prove my relationship? Never. I'm married on paper. I've been married on paper, but like I said, it was because I didn't have nothing. It was rock bottom. My wife seen my potential and put her bag up, put her whole substance up for me. So she can have whatever. She can have everything. If we ever dissolve, Allah forbid, she can have everything because she earned everything. But these modern boss chicks talking about, no, you got to have this and you got to make this money. You got to have 6 figures and 200,000. What do I need you for? A wife is a helpmeet. What are you going to help me do? Spend it? I don't need you to help me spend it. I need you to help me get it. Help me get it. Oh, you're not going to help me get it? No, well, we can't do nothing. I'll smash you or something, but you're not wifey. You just, the most you could be is a baby mama. You know, if you ever around and get pregnant or whatever, I'm not saying this is how I get down, but this is how I would get down. This is what I would teach anybody, including my own children, because it's too treacherous. It's too diabolical. The snake has already captured the minds of most of our women and girls. Our women and girls and males is raised by single black mothers, and most of the time they're disgruntled and they're bitter. So they're gonna train and raise the child, whether it's a black girl child or black male child, to be off balance emotionally and to damn near low key worship the emotions of the woman. Like your whole life is supposed to be centered around pleasing a woman's emotions. Then you would never have a purpose as a man. You can never live up to your purpose if you're making some woman's emotions the center of your life or something. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So alimony, child support, prenup, all of that satanic effery. Like he said, my child my children ain't hurting for nothing. So it's not a money issue. What child needs $2 million a year or whatever, or $20,000, $40,000 a month? What 5-year-old child, 6-year-old, 10-year-old, 20, what child period need that much? What you gonna be doing? You building a rocket ship? You trying to get on Elon Musk's little SpaceX? That's where your class is in orbit. Your child classroom is somewhere in orbit. It costs that much. So sadly, you know, my bro and a lot of us with this whole Hollywood influence has drunk the Kool-Aid, has drunk the Hollywood fairy tale American dream Kool-Aid, right? And now we sick. We didn't realize that was Fauci, Jim Jones juice. That was Fauci juice. That was Jim Jones juice. That was not something healthy. That was not something good for us, even though it was advertised and promoted as that. Wholesome, healthy, good, refreshing, healthy drink. Hollywood fairy tale love story, American dream Kool-Aid on ice, on the rocks. And now your relationship on the rocks. Now your relationship with your ex is on the rocks. Relationship with your children is on the rocks because the lawyer is going to make sure it's good and messy. It's going to be good and messy because money is involved. It's going to be good and messy. It's going to destroy the love. It's going to destroy the respect. It's going to destroy the relationship with your children. Cold business. Right? So, but that's the norm now. Now, generally speaking, the majority of our women and girls have been taught this false standard of the man got to do this, the man got to make this much, especially if it's a black man. But thanks to people like Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, that started speaking their language and hitting them with receipts and doing a whole lot of talking that men never used to do. We never used to express ourselves and talk and tell the real receipts and real feelings because nobody cared about no black man feelings. But if you get somebody like Kevin Samuels that was kind of, he had feminine ways. So he knew how to talk like that little language, or, even though he was dressed up like a man, but you can tell, he was raised by a woman or something. And, he could speak their language and snap on them a certain kind of way. So he opened the door for real brothers to speak our piece. Because we have for a long time held our peace because we know nobody give a damn about our peace or our voice or our feelings or our pains. But now, he was used to open that door. So many of us, boy, pulling these receipts. So many of us now got stats, statistics, and data and proof and evidence. So if our women outnumber us, black women in particular, black women of America outnumber black men by over 2 million, over 2 million. So anybody that's in short supply is in heavy demand is the prize. That's the prize, especially if you're the, by nature, the authority of the two genders. That's the prize. It's no contest. So when men that's quality men, that's not rainbowed out the game, that's not loser, not sick or whatever, once they know they value, once they get a knowledge of themselves and they value, then they not having. So then this is making them panic even more, like, oh, they're waking up to the deal that we've had made with the serpent for so many years. So now they want to act like they submit and act like they getting right, but we still know it's technology involved in that. So wise and accountable males are responsible for teaching and training our young generation of males that didn't have fathers growing up because our mothers left them. Our mothers left them. The majority, like I said, 2 million more of us, majority of us was born out of wedlock, fornication, sin. We're products of fornication and sin, not RAPE. And then, unfortunately, 500,000 black women get abortions every year in America alone. Black women alone, no other, not talking about no other race, just our women alone average 500,000 abortions per year in America alone, and black women alone. Genocide numbers by choice, by the candidates that's speaking, one of the candidates that's speaking tonight, promoting what? That's freedom, that's power, that's equality. To be able to do what? To scar your soul, to make sure that you be able to go down into, into the fire with the snake that deceived you into doing that in the first place. No, you got a chance. You can resist. You can atone and repent for that. Anything we do like that, that's so terrible in ignorance, God to forgive us. But then you're responsible to go to war now and retaliate against the devils and the snakes that tricked you into doing it. Oh, you don't want to make war. Now you want to make war against the black man, but you don't want to make war against the snake that deceived you into deleting your own innocent unborn children. You want to be quiet about that, but you want to be vocal and verbal about your baby daddy or something. I'm telling you, the time is here. God cannot be fooled. God and his angels was not going to be fooled. And each time that you try that, each time you try to go after some black male instead of going after yourself or going after that real snake that you squatted up with to delete your own innocent holy, precious, unborn children that God intended to be made, then you nail in your own coffin, putting a nail in your own spiritual coffin. He giving you a chance to repent and atone and to forgive you for what you know you did. You can't blame that on no man. You can't blame that on your mama or your homegirls. They pressured me going to Planned Parenthood. No, it was your body, your choice. And you voting for a candidate that's promoting that and making you believe it. And you happy because you got the numbers. We got the majority. So all of us can't be wrong. No, you all wrong. You all wrong. And you being warned right now. Any male that paid for that or pressured that he was just as wrong also. But ultimately, it's the woman's choice. It was the woman's choice to open her legs. It's the woman's choice to open her legs again for the second wrong time. You open your legs to the wrong dude to get pregnant, then you open your legs to the super wrong dude to abort the pregnancy. So this is real warfare. This is why you need fathers and husbands and men that's going to speak strong and not care about nobody's emotions and feelings. You see what the world is turned into. You see the product, this new generation, that comes from putting feelings first. These little young dudes with tight pants and fingernails and they popping like crazy. That's for putting feelings first. That's a generation of feelings instead of natural fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? Natural, righteous chain of command, fatherhood, husbandhood over the family. Instead, you'll call some rainbow police lady as the authority over your own natural authority husband or child's father. So we see that. Like, why would I sign up for that? Why would I teach my son? I'm like, son, this is Noah's Ark time. Like, we're not signing up for none of that. Don't trust none of them. Absolutely none of them. You know what I'm saying? Know what you're getting into. Know the battlefield. This is the warfare. This is the terrain, son. It's all bad. Everybody is Agent Smith. If you've seen The Matrix, every female, every homie, whatever, is Agent Smith. They can turn it in a moment's notice and take you up out of here. Not trusting nothing like that. We trusting the God and we trusting us that we know is unplugged from the Matrix. And we got tests. We got fire and tests in different ways to prove that we really are unplugged. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going into that on this. But if you love your children, if you're a parent, you love your sons and daughters, why wouldn't you teach them the real? You got a son, you want your son to get worked by some scamming, finessing female. You want him to get worked by a female that's going to squad up with the slave master's children in the government or family court and destroy your son, make him down there delete himself from depression and anxiety and stress. That's what you want. You better realize this is war. You better realize the real enemy has drafted our women and girls to be their number one soldiers against us. You better realize that. You choosing any female because she got a big ass and she, willing to do this and do that to you, sexually. All right. All right. So, well, what about the men? Yeah, what about them? What about them? You choosing to open your legs to them. The man can't do nothing that you don't let him do. That's what I said earlier. The greatest value I'm gonna tell my son is a virgin. Find you a virgin. Do they even exist? Virgins is like organic watermelons with black seeds. Good luck finding one of them. Virgins, a virgin black girl, woman, and girl is like organic watermelons with black seed watermelon with black seed. The best, healthiest is heaven, but they probably extinct. I don't know where they making them at. Well, I do. The nation, they definitely make them in the nation. I got some. You know what I'm saying? I produce some. But yeah, if they not virgins, then they better be super helpmeets, helping you meet and overcome all the obstacles in your way to become, self-sufficient or to become financially independent. She better help your way, not her way. She better help you your way. She better be following your program, your instructions, not hers. So if she's so smart and so tough, she's not for you. You can't afford her. Oh, but still, she's younger than me, Dad, and she fine. She make me feel good. You can't afford her. If she's not willing to do things your way, you cannot afford her. You're gonna crash and burn. That's gonna be the failure of you. The woman has to come already recognizing your superiority. Otherwise, she can't feel comfortable. She has to recognize that you are superior in knowledge and strength and security, financial, whatever. It don't always have to be financial, but if it is, she absolutely better submit and do things your way. But if you don't have money, she still better demonstrate submission and respecting of your natural program, your authority over her. Otherwise, we just cool. We just homies. That's not wife material. Wife material, natural wife material is she's going to submit to your program and help you your way, not her way. She can have ideas, of course. She might know some, gifts and have some skills or whatever, but it's still to help your program. And then you help her because she's helping you, not the other way around. But, what do I know? I just been married for the majority of my life successfully, been through ups and downs, through hell, through every kind of thing that would break up a marriage. I've been through it with my wife. Damn near everything. Damn near everything. And the worst of things that you can think of, I've been through it. And Allah made us successful because we play our natural role, our natural divine role when it comes to mega problems and mega trials. So, if you know a better way, prove it. If you got more success at this subject of relationships than me, prove it. Then Minister Farrakhan, prove it. You know what I mean? So, saying all that to say, hope I said enough. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the American dream fairy tale Kool-Aid, especially if you are rich and famous and influential. And since the majority of this page that's followers of this page are males, 94% is male. So that's why I'm speaking male language. It might seem like I'm sounding misogynistic or whatever, but no, I just know I'm speaking to males. If I knew if I was speaking to females, it'd be a different kind of energy with different wording or whatever. But I know I'm speaking to males. So I take a few calls or a few if y'all want to hop on this live with me. I'll put the link in here. Elmatic with the wrench. I seen Yusuf Arline earlier, I believe. There's the link, StreamYard link, if y'all want to hop on here with me. And if y'all want to ask anything about, relationships, if you're struggling, which I'm sure you are, if you living in America today and you Black and you trying to be in a relationship or you are in a relationship, you struggling. You're struggling with the influence of Satan on your relationship, on your woman, on your man, on your children. You are struggling. You at war. So if you have any questions or whatever of what we do or what I've done to conquer these trials and tests of Satan or the weaknesses or mistakes and errors that I made as a man in a relationship, then you're free to ask. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking. Religion, Bible. Yeah, I be trying to even stay off of that. You know, I'm just talking about the laws of nature. I ain't talking about no scriptures, no Bible, no Quran, no nothing. Just the laws of nature. That Quran, that Bible. The nature of the man and woman relationship. Um, can you show me black people in Arab? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'll get off of here and then we can come back. If you want to come back 98's still reputable, then we could talk about that. So let me end this stream right now, and then I'll come back and you can talk about whatever you're talking about, something about Arabs. All right. Campaign trail, peace.